Hi, everyone. This is Madame Poulain, and the other Madame Poulain is with us as well. And we will be going through this presentation, which is typed in French. However, we will be explaining it in English so that everyone will be able to understand all the important information we need to share with you for our trip, which is in 21 days.
So exciting.
So we will start with our schedule and the itinerary. We will start with a list of items that you either need to bring with you or to get done and handed in before we leave. We will go over the My Disney Experience app as well as the website. We will talk about where we will be staying, as well as any insurance information that we will require from you, and some security measures. We will also talk about transportation and lastly, the costs for the trip as well as individual reports. As for the schedule, we are flying out on December 26th. This information was shared with you earlier on in the year. Our flight number is listed there. And we asked the departure out of the Buffalo airport is at 6:40 in the morning. And you will see on the next slide, we ask that you be there 2 hours ahead of time. So we would like to see the students there at 4:40 in the morning on the 26th. And we will arrive in Orlando at 9:30. When we leave on the 31st, that's outlined in the schedule as well. We are leaving at 2:35 in the afternoon, arriving in Buffalo at 5:10, and we will probably leave our resort at about 11 a.m. that day. This is the information about what time we'd like you at the airport, and please keep in consideration any border delays that could happen that morning.
As for the itinerary for the girls teams, every team will play 3 games, 1 game per day on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. As you can see, the times are there. The girls on Tuesday and Thursday will be playing at 10:15 with the bus departing an hour and 15 minutes before at 9 o'clock. And then the Friday, our game is later at 3:30, so we'll be departing at 2:15. If you want more information, just click below and you'll be able to um, and you'll be able to find more information about who we're playing and the type of bracket we're set up in. As for the itinerary for the boys are lucky enough to be playing every morning at 8:30 in the morning. The bus will be leaving at 7:30 every morning to take them to the game. And again, as you can see, there's a link below that you can click on to find out who they're playing and how their bracket is set up.
We've also prepared another presentation. Both these presentations will be shared with you. I'm just going to click on the link now so I can show it to you. In this other presentation, you will see that we've outlined a per day schedule. Okay, so in this daily schedule, we've kind of tried to give ourselves an idea of what park we'd like to head to which day. Keep in mind, though, that we do have a 4-park hopper pass. So we will be able to, if the students like, if they like one park more than another, or they want to go back to another park because they didn't get to go on a certain ride, they'll be able to do that with their hopper pass.
It's important to note that they will need to be accompanied by an adult if they do wish to switch to another resort that we have not outlined on the itinerary.
Thank you, Tara.
You're
Um,
welcome.
so
Anytime.
on the first day, the Monday, we assume we're probably going to be arriving at the hotel about 10:30. That's probably wishful thinking, depending on the airport and how quickly we get out of there. But we have to do some registration and some orientation at the hotel. And we may or may not have rooms at that point. So we'll get all organized, and then it was suggested to us by KSA that we plan like a half day for Animal Kingdom. So we figured we'll do Animal Kingdom the first day so that it's not a late night, because Animal Kingdom closes early. It is the park that closes the earliest. It closes at 8:30 at night. This will be a long day for the students, so that's why we picked Animal Kingdom. And if you click this link, it'll take you to the website for Animal Kingdom where the students can explore what they'd like to do. On the Tuesday, we have some games. So we've reserved all of our mornings for breakfast and games, heading to ESPN Wide World of Sports complex. And then we'll return to the hotel after our games. All of these shuttle services are provided by KSA. Once we return to the hotel, the students can either take showers and change. And we've talked about doing Epcot on the Tuesday because that is the night that they are closing at midnight. It is the only night that week that Epcot will be open late. So if we do really enjoy Epcot and we want to stay that late, it gives us the opportunity to do so. You'll also notice that we're going to plan some check-in points in the park. That's just where we'll ask the students to meet us at a certain place so that we can kind of check in on where they all are and hand out anything that we need to hand out or talk to them if we need to.
We will also be doing check-ins through the app that we'll talk to you about later with My Disney Experience.
Wednesday is the day that we have completely open. No games, nothing else going on, nothing planned. So we've planned that as just an open day to go to any of the 4 parks to do anything that the students would like to do. However, they have to be accompanied by an adult if they would like to do that, and ideally we'd like them to travel in groups. So we'll organize all that with them while we're there, and we'll make sure that everyone, so any of you who are traveling with your families, if you would like that to be your family day, where your athlete or our athlete leaves with you and spends the day with you as a family, Wednesday would be the best day for that.
If you also wish to go visit other parts such as Universal Studios, this would be the best day to be able to go do that, and that would be at your own cost.
On the Thursday, again, we have games in the morning, so we reserved our mornings for that. And we've decided to do Hollywood Studios on the Thursday because we can stay there till 11 o'clock. On the Friday will be a bit different for the boys and the girls because the boys play in the morning and the girls play in the afternoon. So the boys can leave for Magic Kingdom right after the game if they'd like to. We'll let Monsieur Labonté decide that. And on the Friday, the 29th, Magic Kingdom is open till 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if we plan on staying that late, but we could if we wanted to. Apparently, when it's not busy late at night is when you can get on more rides. So we'll do some check-ins that day, but we'll leave all that up to Monsieur Labonté when it comes to the boys' team as to how late they'll stay at Magic Kingdom. As for the girls, we're going to go to Magic Kingdom in the morning. We'll come back to the hotel, then we'll play our game, and then we'll go back to Magic Kingdom that night and do any other rides that we might have missed. And again, we have till 3 o'clock in the morning because the next day is our travel day. So on the Saturday, we will be leaving the hotel at about 11 a.m. in order to go to the airport to travel home.
As for the list, we know you are all very organized, so we just created a quick list of verification of things to bring. As for the basketball, we want the girls and boys to bring their basketball bag on as a carry-on with their shoes, uniforms, socks, and the t-shirt that we'll be providing, or the t-shirt that they will have to do their warm-up. It needs to go on as a carry-on because we don't want any issues with luggage being lost or whatnot. This can count as their carry-on and they could put on other stuff in the bag. How many carry-ons are they allowed, Trish?
I believe it's 1 carry-on and 2 suitcases, but I can confirm that you can confirm that on the Southwest website.
Okay, perfect. And then as for the amusement parks, again, hats, sneakers, money. We would like you to make sure to have on your cell phones the My Disney Experience app that we'll talk to you about later in more detail. And then other stuff that's important, definitely you'll need your passport to travel. You'll need your cell phones for us to stay in contact with each other. From what we've heard, there's Wi-Fi all over Disney, so we'll be able to keep in contact without necessarily having to use our roaming charges. Those who want to bring their pillowcases, sandals, whatever else you need. The temperature is supposed to be around 20 to 30 degrees during the day and 10 to 20 at night, so just dress accordingly. As for things that we're going to need, by the 14th of December, we are going to need 3 specific things from you. The first is going to be your son and daughter yesterday, and so the 4th and 5th, they received a package of forms that need to be signed. We'll need that back on the December 14th. We're also going to need the money that you're going to receive your report. We're going to need the finalized money to finalize your vacation. And lastly, we're going to need a photocopy of your out of country medical insurance. And Tricia will talk more about that near the end of the presentation. The last thing that we're going to need you to do in the upcoming weeks is to create an account, My Disney Experience, using the My Disney Experience app. You can click right on the link to access the page.
So when you go into My Disney Experience, you'll be able to create an account. You can do that even right now if you'd like to. Later on, however, we will receive via fax soon all of our reservation numbers. Once we give you that number, you can add that to your My Disney Experience and it becomes your passes into the park. You do not want to lose this number or share it with anybody because that number is like cash. Anybody can use it and add it to their My Disney Experience and get into the parks at your cost. So we will give those in sealed envelopes to the students. Or if you would prefer not, you can email me and we can talk via phone. They even recommend that we do not send those numbers via email either. We would also like you to add friends and family to your My Disney Experience so that we can manage to stay in contact when we're in the parks. So we can see if a group of students is at one ride, well, we can go join them if we'd like to, or if they want to see where we are in the park, we can share that on our My Disney Experience. To do so, you go to add family and friends. You'll see that in one of the videos that we've shared with you. But when you enter his or her name, we've done an example of Madame Poulain here. We would like you to add myself, Madame Tricia Poulain, Tara Poulain, as well as Monsieur Labonté, using our Mon Avenir emails. The example I have here is of T Poulain 1, which is Madame Poulain, the younger one, her email. When you click, however, please don't click I want to manage all plans for this guest because we would like to manage our own trip as well. But please just send us an invitation to connect with your daughter or son or daughter so that we can stay connected with the students.
Also, there's an area in the My Disney Experience that allows you to have conversations. We will be doing check-ins verbally with the kids throughout the day.
These are the video tutorials that we found on YouTube helping you with the My Disney Experience app, how to add fast passes. Fast passes are when you can book ahead of time what ride you would like to go on. It'll give you a between 10 and 11 o'clock, please arrive. And then you get to go in the fast pass lane and not wait in line for that ride. And then the family and friends list, if you go on the third video and you watch from 1:50 to 4 minutes, you will get a little tutorial on how to add family and friends to your app.
This is just a slide on where we're staying. We are staying at the Pop Century Resort. It has all the information listed there, specifically for those families who aren't traveling with us. It's all the information and the telephone number if ever you can't get a hold of us through the cell phone. It's also part of the section of Wide World of Sports where we will be playing our games. Again, if you click on the tab that says Pop Century, you'll be able to go directly to the website. This is just a couple maps. As you can see, the arrow at the bottom with the happy face shows our resort where we're staying and the distances between, we could see Epcot there and Hollywood Studios. And down by the bottom on the next map is just a zoomed in version of where Pop Century Resort is and where Wide World of Sports takes place, where our games will take place. So for those parents traveling with us, hopefully this map can help you get from place to place.
It is mandated by our school board that any students traveling with us out of country show us proof of medical insurance. Therefore, we would need a photocopy that you do have out of country medical insurance. If you don't have any for yourself and you are traveling with us or for your son or daughter, there is a link here of an example of how to purchase out-of-country medical insurance for a certain period of time. This is an example with Royal Bank, but you can use your bank as well. You can purchase 1 week's worth of out-of-country medical insurance, but we require a photocopy and proof that you have that in order before we leave. The type of transportation we're going to be using is Disney Shuttle transportation offered by Disney and covered by our package with KSA. And lastly, I'm just finalizing all those details now. You will receive by tomorrow individual emails with the amounts all broken down of what you've paid, what was raised by you in our fundraisers, and how much is left owing. Some of you will be actually receiving a credit because we fundraised more than we thought. And with the exchange rate, we were able to realize that we didn't owe as much as we thought. So there'll be 4 of you that will be receiving a credit, and the rest, the amounts will range. You'll see when you get your report, but they're not large amounts, which is makes me happy right before Christmas to give you that news.
No, we're really looking forward to it, and we hope that this answers any questions or concerns you've had. We realize that you've been excited to get started and start planning, so we're hoping that we can all get on the same page in the next couple weeks to plan our dream vacation to Disney.
If you have any questions, please feel free to send us emails or call the school, and we will be available for phone calls. Bye.
Au revoir.